Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel again, and today I am going to be talking about how to price 3D architectural services. So many people in this industry struggle to set prices for their clients, and obviously most of them they guess the prices without showing calculation in the meetings. So today I am going to be showing you how you can do that and avoid making this mistake, and this is exactly how I did it. Okay, so number one would be don't guess the price. There has to be some sort of calculation to show proof on the call with potential clients. Well, if you don't show your calculations on the call, then the clients may assume that you are only there for the money and you're just guessing the price without showing them how calculations works. So it is very, and I mean very important to show calculation on the call, not before the call, not after the call, on the call, so that it will build trust and credibility with your clients. So hopefully in the future that you will get more clients if you do this first step, obviously. Okay. Now, on to the second one. First, calculate all the expenses, rent, bills, etc. Then add the desired profit. So make sure you add all your expenses. That can be food, water, rent, bill, car insurance, anything. So let's say your expenses are, I don't know, £1,000 a month. Obviously it's too expensive. And then you want to add a number that is higher than £1,000. So that would be a profit. So let's say you want to make £2,000 a month, for example. So that 1,000, excuse me. So that £1,000 would be your profit. Okay, so I hope that this makes sense so far. Now, to calculate the profits or to calculate the hours of work that you are showing your client, on the third one, I'm just showing you an example. Start with 25 an hour. The reason why I did not put like pounds or euro or dollars or maybe rupees is because it's really up to you. So I just left it there to be flexible. So that's really up to you. You can start with 25 an hour or more depending on experience. If you want to start with 25. If you want to do 26 pound an hour, $27 an hour, maybe $30 an hour, etc. If you got experience, if you got testimonials, if you got some proof of concept that you can show your clients, then yes, raise your prices. If not, then start with 25 an hour. Then calculate the number of hours worked in a day, per day, to calculate the cost. So for example, let's say as an example that you work 9 to 5, for example, just as a baseline. So instead of 8 hours, let's say 7 hours you take the work. So if you work 7 hours a day at 25 an hour, that would be 7 times 25 an hour. That would be 175 euro a day, pounds a day, dollars a day, etc. And then a question that you must ask yourself: would this cover my expenses and keep some of the money? This means, would my prices be able to cover all these expenses that I mentioned, that can cover all the expenses. So let's say these calculations, $175 a day or pounds a day can cover all these expenses. If not, then raise the price. maybe 26, 27. You have to experiment a bit until that fits right for you. Okay, I hope this makes sense so far. Now, for the final bit is you have to calculate this time spent to complete the project. So first what you're going to do is a 3D visualizer, maybe you do architectural or modeling, etc., or maybe rendering as well. Let's say you are doing a housing project that involves modeling and renderings. First what you have to do, I want you to try do the work and set a timer or maybe record on a sheet of paper or time log, whatever, and I want you to calculate how many hours or how many days it takes you to complete modeling and complete the renderings, the whole project. Okay, so in this example, let's say it takes you 14 days to complete, 2 weeks, excluding weekends. So you must have break. Obviously you can't work 24/7 because we are human beings. We have to have rest, because if we don't have rest then we'll be burned out and no motivation to do more work. So make sure you try not to work on weekends. Only if you have to meet deadlines, that's the thing I can give you. Okay, so anyway, let's get back to this. So there will be 7 days in a week. Obviously 7 minus 2 is 5 days, or 5 working days. So times by 2 will be 10 days. So let's say it would be 10 working days times by 175. There will be at least 1,750 pound, euro, dollars, etc. per project. That's for 2 weeks. So if you can calculate this, this way, then you can estimate the time spent on profits, profits and cost to predict your desired monthly and yearly revenue. So let me give you an example. Let me pull up my calculator. Let me see. Okay, so let's say I have 10 times by 175 equals 1,750 for 2 weeks. Let's say I have another project, so that takes another 2 weeks, times by 2. I will be making 3,500 euro or pound or dollars per month. Now, that's per month, by the way. If I times it by 12, for example, I'll be making 42,000 a year. So this is what I make. Well, this is what I don't really make, obviously, but I'll just give you an example. This is the number that's the revenue, how much you make. But in order to calculate the profits, for example, it would be profit minus expenses. Let me give you an example. Keep in mind 42,000. Okay, let's say my expenses would be 1,000 pounds or 1,000 euro, $1,000 a month, times by 12. That would be 12,000 a year. So now, if I got revenue 42,000 minus expenses 12,000 equals 30,000 a year. So I'm making 30,000 a year in profits. Yes, you can do that yearly or you can do it monthly. So for example, if I go, okay, let's say I'm making, let's get back to the projects again. So this will be per project for 2 weeks, times it by 2, 3,500. Obviously, that's for the revenue, monthly revenue, just for 2 projects. and then I'm subtracting 1000. So 1000 would be my total expenses, like I said before, monthly, equals, so I'm making a profit of 2,500. So if you understand how pricing works, then I'm sure that you will succeed. So I want to say thank you very much for listening to this video. If you do make it far, I'm very proud of you. Yes, if you do have any questions, please DM me on Instagram, and I will try to answer all of your questions as possible as I can. And yeah, please like, comment, and subscribe for more future videos that I will be presenting and uploading. And please also let me know what you would like to see in the future videos so that I can make it more valuable to you guys. Okay, so yeah, I want to say thank you very much for listening, and I will see you soon.